All right, so what's going on to everybody in YouTube land? What's going on to everybody in the Free Game Nation? Now, I gotta welcome y'all back to the classroom, and everybody who tired of being in YouTube land, listen to these sucker ducks and all that goofy shit over there. Man, hit the sub button, join the Free Game Nation. Hit the sub button and break your motherfucking self for this game. You understand? Hit the like button, hit the sub button, hit one of them PayPal links. The Cash App is $ Free Game Show 2020. And the Patreon, man, that's where the lessons and all that good shit get taught. So now that y'all got that, let's go into who the professor thinks won the verses last night. And let me break down the beef between these two brothers, man. Because a lot of people seem to be confused. A lot of people don't even realize what they was watching and listening to last night. But you know me, I'm the professor. I'm going to break this shit down for you. Let's go.
Hold up, man. Can I take off for this motherfucker? Big up to the So Icy Goon Squad. Walker, Woo, Dante, Big Mo, OJ the Juice, Mojo, Miss Jet, Quan, G-Boy. My name is Superstar J Quick. It's time to take off. East Atlanta Zone 6, Gucci, let's go.
Pounds in the basement, pills in the cap, bricks in the closet, money in the attic. Niggas snitch on me, hate a violator. I ain't gon' let her slide, I'm just gon' let her have it. Pounds in the basement, pills in the cap, bricks in the closet, money in the attic. Niggas snitch on me, hate a violator. I ain't gon' let her slide, I'm just gon' let her have it. In the roller, bitch still in the middle, still man on the low. Got the numbers on the students, you're the boy you wanna fuck. On the boy that shot you up. On the nigga in the hood drinking liquor, iced up. I'm the one you wanna see if you wanna buy some tea. I'm the nigga VIP, smoking in front of police. I'm the one don't really care. I'm the one that take it there. And it's that boy on the track, and it's Gucci man a flare. Haters thought it's over, but it's only the beginning. Never fake the lead rapper, but I'm thinking independent. Bitches telling business, Gucci man that bought a Bentley. I'm the trapper of the century, I just think they hit the city. Pounds in the basement, pills in the cabinet, bricks in the closet, money in the attic. Niggas snitch on me, hate a violator. I ain't gon' let them slide, I'm just gon' let them have it. Pounds in the basement, pills in the cabinet, bricks in the closet, money in the attic. Niggas snitch on me, hate a violator. I ain't gon' let them slide, I'm just gon' let them have it.
Goddamn. Oh my goodness. And motherfuckers talking about man. But motherfuckers is really sleep on Gucci. But Gucci was, he's still that nigga, man, when it comes to that trout shit, bro. If you really was out there in the streets, that's who you was vibing with, bro. I mean, there's a lot of niggas that fuck with Jeezy. Jeezy is more of the commercial type dude, like people who like know about the big names in rap. They know about Jeezy shit. But if you was really in the trap, man, you was really cooking and ripping and doing all that fly shit, though, nigga, you had Gucci in the background zooming, bro. I mean, that's man, shit. Gucci was the soundtrack to this shit in the South, man. If you really was, out there a little piece like that, though. But that's besides the point. Let's get to what we trying to talk about. This versus battle last night, that shit went down. It was a lot of disrespectful shit going on. Most of that shit was from Gucci. And a lot of people was really trying to eat at Gucci today, man. A lot of people was digging in Gucci ass, talking about Gucci was immature and he was doing all this stupid shit here. Man, that man, people don't really even understand. Like, when we go back to the origins of this beef, at least from this ain't my words now. This from me on the outside looking in. This one from me getting information and hearing from people who knew somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody. I ain't gonna put out no names, but this what I got from it. The shit started off over the So Icy shit. Jeezy wanted the song on his shit. Gucci wanted the song on his shit. Gucci ended up getting the song. Jeezy was already the established rapper. The nigga had two deals. He had a deal with Bad Boy, and I think he had a deal with Def Jam. So, he didn't get the song. He couldn't put the song on his Thug Motivation CD. Gucci got the song. Gucci whole little career took off, and Gucci wasn't even signed to no deal. Gucci was still an underground nigga doing underground thing with underground money, getting his shit off the grassroots. Gucci became this mega superstar that we saw last night without a deal. I don't think people really understand how important that was for hip hop. To see that guy rise to that legendary status because Gucci is a legend in the game. He did that shit without a deal. He did that shit all off the strength of his own bite because wasn't nobody in the industry really fucking with him, especially once him and that Jeezy beef went to jumping off real nice like. So that man, he had to really force his way into the game. This is why I got so much respect for Gucci. Gucci doing kind of what Professor Joe Casey is doing on the YouTube shit. Ain't nobody holding my hand through this shit, man. I'm forcing myself into the game. You understand? So if you don't come from the dirt like that, you don't come from the ground like that, you don't even understand that shit, man. It was a lot of shit that went down last night. From the 10K outfit, you know, the man wore an outfit that cost 10 grand because Jeezy put 10 grand on the man's head. The man said, let's do a jury versus next time. People thought the man was talking retarded, talking about he want to do a versus on jury. The man was he was taking jabs at Jeezy because Jeezy put 10 bands on the man's chain, and I ended up getting Jeezy partner killed. And the man, he just kept taking digs and jabs. And this shit was crazy, man. It was crazy. I thought it was going to get physical for a second. But I think if Jeezy really understood the amount of disrespect that was going to be aimed at his way, I don't think he would have did that versus. I think Jeezy came out looking real bad. All that street shit Jeezy talk, really, a lot of that shit lost credibility last night because Gucci was really on that shit. And can't nobody really blame Gucci because if people understood what that man did, what that man had to do, like, you know, rappers aren't really supposed to be the street niggas. I mean, Gucci had to kill somebody, bro. Like, a lot of people who, you know, never been in that type of situation, who never been in that type of, who never had to face those type of obstacles, they see that shit, they glamorify it, they glamorize it, they glorify it because they do it on video games and they do it all that. But till you actually have to do that shit, a lot of y'all ain't even never really hurt nobody. When you do that shit, man, you will release a certain kind of energy in this world, and that energy it trails you. You understand? Some people think the people they killed trail them. I got a homie, man. This nigga, he like, bro. He said he talked to the niggas. He done bodied up, bro. He said they go everywhere with him. He said that's why he gotta stay high. He gotta stay high so he don't go crazy. So, you know, nobody knows what pain, stress, or PTSD that shit caused Gucci. It's one thing to get robbed. It's another thing to have to kill somebody. It's another thing to actually take somebody's life. I know a lot of rappers, they like to talk about it a lot in their song, like to talk about it in their music, but it's one thing to rap about it. It's a totally different thing to actually have to do it. Most of the time when somebody get killed surrounded and around these rappers, it be somebody in their entourage that's doing the damage. It don't be the actual rapper that's doing the damage. You know, that was one of the instances that the actual rapper had to do it. And what really hit home for a lot of people was, you know, when Jeezy tried to call out Pop Smoke and all them people there, man, you got to look at all the names. Yeah, look at all these rappers who died. Nipsey Hussle, Pop Smoke, Mo 3, all these cats, just up and coming rappers. Them always the ones that get killed. The up and coming rappers, they always get, because it's harder to get to the Jay-Z's. It's harder to get to the Scarfaces. It's harder to get to these guys once they really got established and they no longer need a street entourage. It's hard to get to these guys once these guys can hire some real security. That's why you got motherfuckers like 6ix9ine out here talking shit to everybody because he understand that he's no longer around street security, so it's hard to get to him. He's no longer on up and coming rapper status. He making enough money so he can afford some real security, and it's not going to fuck up his street cred because he's no longer in the streets like that. So when Jeezy came at Gucci, Jeezy was the one who had the big bag, Gucci had the little bag, and Gucci was in a very vulnerable position. So I found it ironic that Jeezy was talking about Pop Smoke and all that shit though, when he could have made Gucci a motherfucking Pop Smoke if that shit would have went wrong for Gucci. Gucci could have been one of those up and coming rappers who never made it. So, you know, I totally understand where Gucci was coming from. with his energy. I know a lot of people was turned off by his energy, but man, that man was in a tough spot. And I was happy to see them boys at the end of the show come together and do So Icy and make up, or at least they made up in front of the cameras. But that was some real shit them boys had going on. That was some real beef them boys had going on. And a lot of people from the outside didn't even see it. A lot of people who didn't know what was going on. Gucci came out very ignorant. Gucci came out very supercilious. Gucci came off a lot of fucking ways, man. But it is what it is at the end of the day, because nobody went through what that man went through. Nobody went through that man's struggles. That man had a whole life transformation. So I'm happy to see the new Gucci. I don't know if it was the clone Gucci or the real Gucci. I don't know what the fuck going on, but I'm happy to see a happier, in shape, healthier version of Gucci. I was happy to see Jeezy on some mature man shit, even though he was dressed like a little motherfucking kid with the jersey and all that bullshit on. He could have came a little bit fresher with his dress code than that. But that's neither here nor there. It was a good Versus. It was good for the culture. And I was happy it didn't come to blows, even though I thought it was, because me imagining myself in one of those guys' shoes doing a Versus like that. Gucci made history. That was the first time I ever seen somebody diss a nigga on the same stage and then perform with the nigga after he just got finished doing the diss song on the nigga. And I'm not talking about like just taking a shot. I'm talking about a real full blown fucking diss song. I don't think you would never see that again in hip hop. I think that was the first and last you would ever see somebody be on the same stage as another rapper and not only do one. I nigga did 3 diss songs. So it was a good ass Versus, man. It was good. It was great for the culture. Shit was crazy how it started. And it is what it is, man. So that's my thoughts on that. And you already know who I thought won it, because I started off playing Gucci shit, man. Gucci is a way better rapper than Jeezy. You know what I mean? I love Jeezy. I used to ride out to that, I got hundreds on the tables, 20s on the floor, fresh out the club on the way to some more, and I love it. Yeah, I mean, Jeezy had some good-ass songs. Jeezy had some good-ass party bangers and street anthems, but when it comes to the complexities of rap styles and versatility, you can't compare Jeezy to Gucci, because Jeezy, he's a basic rapper. He most of his songs got the same flows, got the same type of beats. It's party beats, and he just trying to hype you up. Jeezy is like a dope boy who had enough personality to become a rap star. Gucci, he may not be the smartest person in the world, but Gucci is an actual rapper at heart, and you can hear it through the versatility and the many complex styles in his music. He may not say no profound shit. It may not be no Albert Einstein type shit, but it's still, he says it in the artistic form, and he says it in musical fashion. So, I'm going to get a nod to Gucci on that. Y'all get a nod to whoever y'all want to give it to. But that just was my thought on that Versus, man. It was a good Versus, man. And, I hope y'all enjoyed it. And I hope I helped clarify some of what the beef and all that shit is, man. Even though I'm from an outside source looking in, it may be a little bit more than what you already know. So with that being said, y'all be cool on your stool. Understand ain't nothing cooking but 2 peas in the pot. They ain't cooking the stove ain't hot. I'll holler at you.